wife to be faithful to you. You want yourself to be always good, have good health. This is not something that the Buddha can give you, because good health depends on how you live your life. If you abstain from alcohol and you do a lot of exercise, you would have better health than someone who drinks and who doesn't exercise. So this is really, yourself is the one to rely on, not the Buddha. The Buddha is just a teacher. But most people don't realize that. They think that the Buddha is like a God who can always answer your prayer, your wishes. If you want to enter into the university, you go to the Buddha, you go spend 3 days in the temple, and then you expect to be able to get enrolled in the university. Sometimes it happens, but it's not because of your prayer. It's because you study hard, or you have the qualification to enter. That's all. But sometimes people cannot separate the cause from the effect, and they are lumped to this magical thing about the Buddha images or a famous monk, for instance. If they need anything, then they will go and give him money, and then ask for whatever they want. And should they happen to get what they want, then they will go tell people about it, how sacred, how effective this monk or this particular Buddha image is. And people will all then rush to this particular monk and particular Buddha image without ever thinking that it's just a coincidental. You happen to get what you want because you just happen to get it sometime. It's like that. So this is the misperception in a lot of Thai Buddhists, simply because they don't study the Buddha's teaching.
หลวงพ่อครับ Why do you think some foreigners became monks and stay in the temple? And what do you think made them so interested in Buddhism?
I think because they study Buddhism, they read the teaching of the Buddha, and they understand and appreciate the teaching, and they know that they could put it into their practice and gain benefits from them. Just like me, when I first studied Buddhism and then applied the teaching of the Buddha in my life by practicing meditation, I find something that I have never found before, that is already there inside myself, inside all of us. But we keep looking for things outside of ourselves. We look for money, we look for material possession, and we are never happy with whatever we find. That's because material possessions are not the answer to our happiness. The real happiness is waiting for us inside ourselves. If we can just meditate and force or coerce the mind to enter into that one-pointedness, then we will experience the kind of happiness that we have never experienced before. I think this is one of the reasons why foreigners become monks in Thailand, because first they study the Buddha's teaching, then they apply it in their life, being charitable, abstaining from doing bad things, and practice meditation. And once they have developed and gained the result, it makes them want to have more of that. So the only way to do it is to become monks. And there's no better place in the world to become monks than in Thailand, because Thailand has a long established tradition of monkhood. I think that's why the reason why most foreigners come to Thailand to become monks. Plus the fact that they found that material possession is not the answer. They come from countries where they are more advanced, more developed in material things than in Thailand. But they realize that that's not the answer to their happiness, to what they're looking for.
Yeah. How many of them are here with you today?
Right now we just have only one American young man who is an exchange student with the Rotary Club, and he came to talk to me a few months ago when he first came and wanted to know more about Buddhism. I told him about these things that we talk about today, and then I guess he decided he wanted to try, so he asked for ordination. So he gave him one, and he's staying here now and practicing the daily routine that I just mentioned to you. And I asked him how is he doing, and he said he's very happy.
Paul, lastly, what words of wisdom would you give to our foreign viewers who are watching?
My word of advice to you is that be thankful that we have come across the teaching of the Buddha, because what the Buddha knew and what he tells us is the truth. It's the truth that will help us be happy all the time, be free from all forms of stress and unhappiness. If we can just study his words, his teaching, and then apply it to our daily life, then I'm very sure that you will always be happy. So let me put it in a simple way, that first of all, the Buddha said we have to do good. This falls into the category